Are you not thankful? Uncle Tim put a lot of work into that. What is it? Hello and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm talking about the top 10 kids who freaked out opening Christmas presents. Hooray, Christmas! Also, before we get into the Freak Out Fest, I'm wondering what was the best Christmas gift that you ever received? Let me know. So for me, my mum bought me a bike on Christmas, which is really nice of her, but I was a kid and didn't really realise the value of things, and in my stocking I got given a tiny witch, which must have been like zero money at all. I think she got it from like a junkyard sale thing. And when people asked me what I got for Christmas, I went around telling them that I got a witch, ignoring the bike, because little witches. I've always liked them. Good. Leave a thumbs up on this video, share your story with me, and I can't wait to read them out in the future. Alright kids, what we got? Coming in at number 10, we have the Wii. I remember the day my sister and I were given a PlayStation and we were so excited, but the reaction of the 3 kids who opened this gift is absolutely priceless. There is all kinds of drama, but let's have a look at the initial reveal. 2, 3. I love the second of realization it takes for these kids to realize that they are now the custodians of a games console. Then comes the screaming. Yikes. But it is the little boy's reaction that gets me, honestly, watch. Yep, that's 15 seconds of floor punching right there until he's stopped by his sister. Like, what is that reaction? Then he punches the Wii. Don't punch the Wii. Honestly, that is some pure Nintendo enthusiasm. Coming into number 9, we have this evil Jurassic laugh. Whoa, this may be a short clip, but like, what the actual flaming hell frog is going on with this child? I know that there's a naughty list, but what about the evil genius list? Because this guy is so on there. He gets what looks like a toy dinosaur, but that really isn't what's important. What's important is his manic reaction, like seriously manic. Let's have a look, shall we? Ah, you're happy? Okay, what about that again, but in slow motion? If I were his parents, I would seriously regret giving this kid a dinosaur, because sure, it just seems like a toy, but what is this crazed young chap planning on doing with it? He really gets his whole body into that laugh, doesn't he? He's like, mwah! Yes, I just did a duck squat for you, and what? Coming in at number 8, we have Nintendo DS. Whoa, these 3 kids are so lucky. They're all sat in a line on Christmas morning ready to open their gifts, and they all get a similar looking box. What could it be? We'll have a look. Go. That is an excited kid right there. The boy on the right is like heavy freaking out, but his sister on the left is quietly freaking out. Let's see how this one develops, shall we? Thank you! Aw, bless her, she looks so happy. Let's have one final look at their reactions, shall we? One is screaming, the other is hyperventilating. The one in the middle is pretty chill. Anyone have a really chill sibling? I'm definitely not the chill sibling. How lucky are they though to all get a DS? Like seriously. Parents can be such trolls, am I right? That being said, I love this video at number 7, it's so funny. So a dad is pranking his sons. He gets them on camera and says he's giving the kids Christmas gifts early and lets them open them. Only, well, they aren't exactly what they asked for. Have a little look at this.
Open it up.
I'm not doing it.
Open it up, Fabricia.
No!
I guess it's kind of mean to buy your sons My Little Pony and princess dresses as joke gifts, but like, I don't know, the younger kid's reaction does really get out of hand. Let's get back into it.
What's the matter?
Oh, Honestly, it's all about that dramatic box throw. He's just like, no time for this, no princess for me. Bless him. Any final thoughts from Fabrizio?
I like it.
Coming into number 6, we have the iPhone Scream. Okay, I get it, getting a phone is a big deal and iPhones are very expensive, but this kid makes a noise unlike I have ever heard in a human child.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What is that?
Oh my god, it's turning on! It's turning on!
I wish that I was that excited every time I turned on my phone screen. Also, anyone spot the little chappy dog in the background? I wonder what they think to this primordial sound.
It's turning on!
Yay! I mean, I am excited about the iPhone, sure, but like, you've got a dog. You already have all you need. Coming in at number 5, we have books for Christmas. Okay, this is kind of cute. This 3-year-old is experiencing their first Christmas of like understanding Christmas, do you know what I mean? And they still don't really get it. The first part is kind of cute. He's very confused.
Yeah.
Books for Christmas?
Books for Christmas? What an outrage. But then, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see a toddler freaking out.
What the heck is that? I don't get books. That's not toys, that's books. I don't get books for Christmas.
I honestly can't help but find him really cute. He's just so incredulous and hard done by. Then he goes on a strongly worded rant.
You hate books for Christmas?
Yeah, poo. I said poo.
Poo is like the naughtiest word a 3-year-old can muster up as well. Okay, next up, this is the best surprise you could ever receive in your life and their reaction is totally justified. We have a puppy for Christmas and I think I'm gonna freak out harder than them at number 4. Hidden away in their parents' office room, there is a surprise waiting for these sisters on Christmas morning. Here's their first reaction at seeing what their gift is.
Screaming. Did you give me a pencil?
Oh my god!
Hey,
Oh my
girls,
god!
don't fight.
Yes! Now I like how the mum says don't scream, but honestly, how are they supposed to contain that level of excitement? I would scream, like, a lot. Then, the cuteness is just too much for the girls and they have to leave the room crying.
Don't scare him.
Oh my god!
You can pet him.
Girls, don't scare him. Don't scream.
Finally, we have what we have all been waiting for. We get to meet the little nipper. Yes, puppy.
He'll try to stand up.
Boy!
Coming into number 3, this kid's face when he realizes he has a tablet is absolutely adorable. Honestly, my heart is warmed. So I'm actually not too sure what country this was filmed in or what language the kid is speaking, but you don't need a babelfish to understand happiness and joy. Let's have a look at what happens when he realizes what he has.
Okay.
Then comes the waterworks.
Howdy, howdy.
I think I hear him say thank you in Spanish, and that's really cute. He's crying so much, bless him. I really hope he makes great use of it. I have to say though, I want to see those eyes again. One more time. And in slow-mo. Okay, next up, these tots are very unhappy at number 2. They're so cute, bless them, little podgy toddlers. Little kids will play with just about anything, right? Wrong. See what happens when this little lady meets toilet brush. Oh, what a transition. How does she know that that isn't a fun thing as well? She looks at it for like 2 seconds, and then this happens.
What's wrong, honey? Are you not thankful? Uncle Tim put a lot of work into that.
The gift seem to be a joke from Uncle Tim, and they are not happy. Look what happens when the little lad gets a bag of onions. His face! Okay, finally the big guns at number 1. So this video has had over 22 million views on YouTube, and it isn't hard to see why. At number 1, we have Nintendo 64! Much air punching. I've never seen kids get so excited that they started digging at their gifts like crazed wild cats, but these kids, well, they've got a Nintendo 64, and that is just about the best thing in the whole world at that moment. Take a look at this vintage footage from 1998. Whoa, that was an intense 10 seconds. I thought you guys might need a little break for 1 sec, but now we're ready to dive back in. Just take a few deep breaths.
I think they're excited.
Yes! Champion! There's one more thing I think you guys need to hear though.
Now we can buy our games from Blockbuster,
Did you hear him? Now that enthusiastic outburst you just heard there was, now we can hire games at Blockbuster. Oh, babe, that's really sweet. In hindsight, is a bit of a sad thing. I did some research into this kid, and it seems that he sold his beloved gift just 8 years later for over $1,000, which actually isn't too shabby. Also, worryingly, I just googled him, and he's nearly 30 now, so time, it's a cruel beast. So guys, that was the top 10 kids freaking out opening Christmas presents. Which freak out did you find the funniest? Also, how interesting is it that kids seem to freak out harder over electronic goods? Like, for me, it was all about Witch back in the day. Witch. Before I go, I just want to read some comments from the top 10 angels caught flying on tape. Now you guys had a lot to say in this video, you seem to really like it. A lot of you were all about calling me an angel, which is very, very sweet of you, although I'm not sure I'm pure enough. Like, I'm nice, but I'm very cheeky. I guess, like, do you get cheeky angels? I'm more of a cherub. A cheeky cherub. Colum said, sometimes you gotta like your own comment to get the ball rolling. Colum, I agree. You do you, honey. Finally, we had a very interesting story from Angsty Swan. Now it's quite long, but it's worth a listen. They said, these aren't my experiences, these are my dad's, but he claims to me that he was saved by angels. When he was in his early 20s, he was swimming in a natural pool above a waterfall, and he accidentally swam too close to the waterfall and got pulled in. Yikes. He was holding onto a log and was screaming for help when 2 men, who my dad described as generally nothing to remember, as he couldn't describe what they looked like, he just knew that they were wearing crisp white suits. He said that they appeared out of nowhere and pulled him out and threw him back onto the rocks next to the river. When he finally caught his breath, he turned to thank them, and they were gone without a trace. He also said he saw them again in his later life. He was working as an ambulance technician and was racing to a mansion house after a heart attack, and there were 2 men in crisp white suits standing outside of the house too. Were they there to save the person having a heart attack? We just don't know, but my goodness, what an interesting comment. Maybe angels wear suits. Yeah. Good. Alright, please do leave me some comments on this video letting me know what your best Christmas present was, and we'll read them out in a future video. Also, do make sure you leave a thumbs up and share this vid. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!